Memo watching na memo wakwa ba mfa umra na watch dwumadi ewo Adom TV so sanyame ya Adom na ya sanhia na watch we ya se de na ase na ye de ma no na meda won so ase se wa ma ye kwan se yemra ofie yemra oka mu ana offices baby awo wo hwe na wotie dwumadi bia no yankopon enhira papa na Ghana ye me ne wo de a ente no se ne anoma siko no o se yetumi yeso ye kire yadwen ewo nsem na ko ewo Ghana ha no na onim se na woche we ye nyina ye nim se nano ya wada twa mu ene ntawantawe course appointment committee speaker of parliament Alban Sumana Bagbin ete eye basunku bi se omonhwe no mon endo asuko enkosa ansem na esiye ne mu na omonhwe kwan a ombetumi afa so aye nyoma ye going forward na eno nso no nsem bia piepie mu nso eye ne ho ade a minority. First of all, on the first day, the ora NPR oka committee no ebetena mu bi se bisansem but anche no fee mu ye nyan ntie se the minority leader Alexander Felmarking I withdraw the members na ka kire the other MPs say ma mo testify before the committee and no ma committee no almost suspend here almost am by no na ye kan say minority but bo mamba question is say eno no den ni si kire kwan be na ye fa so a yebetumi aso nyoma na ekoso no aso ano if the minority won't cooperate with the majority yebedi hu nkomo ewo eye show we so na Nnawotwe we so na beto dwa se SIC insurance company no yade a omo MD aban appointee obi foforo ora Ageni Mboaten na no na anye the former MD ni de enti okukuru nsam no ode ekobane court se ontiase se omosoro ya na omoso omuyi na difi se ne appointment no eyade a board of directors approve no and our shareholders approve no at an annual general meeting and an appointment no a 4-year term I be 2028 enti untumi nsori na onka se wayi na di wabra onfamra kwa mutsaade a ne pay in a year over 3 million also mutua ne allowances ne fuel ene ne nyoma bi e ka ho no also mohwe na mo di ho dwuma na no na nei yesi nkoya ne yebisa se sans and some SIC SIC MD ndi akoto quarter was I withdraw embrena do say also yetumi rationalize the public sector salaries and yenja because beto dwa no enkofo be say hey enti MD monthly salary 70,000 and over allowances ekeka ho gardener ne ade enti say ba no say ade na public sector bi wo ha ne salary worker bi wo ha ne salary be 2,500 ye tabiri ne ye akosan enti ye bisa say emre na duru say be rationalize public sector salaries na ye be di ho nkomo na ye nyina ye nim say owura Donald J. Trump and a year president of the United States of America. Or say US aid Oshe Wiasia Fandanyina Omo and a year Ekua Omodi aid manko for Munsim Dene Pase or Munsim Wood Omuska. Or say was shut down US aid no intine Sikananka Ghana. Over 150 million a need that coin says come from USA no. And Buffy said Trump a closey. Now I know ye bisa say. Now I know just Trump it's more ding. And now I say a idea I was say ma e be mine no ye to me sorry. Now yes say ye take your destiny unto ourselves. And they I was say me no in a dream same way home. Into baby a wa uti o sheye. And I say uti and so aha sempa 94.7 FM no me say me mo akwa ba pa na me do aba Nnawotwe adwumadie menya ne nte yese mo amwa pon hweye mo amwo bia ho hweye mo amwo akweda nso hweye ora Enoch Tando o akweda New Town mateze wo hweye pa se papa ewa pon Cashman bukro tikwe ewa pon Evan Ofoi ewo agonafie mateze ese mo hwe pa se wo eye bompurubu yonyo na wo hwe wo eye esunafo south na wo mame mbo MP a me no wo studio ha the constituency or town of south any other pay papa oma she bedwamni e wo ha nti woni entra na tie no ye betwa en hotel ne yaba ye ba ye beso ya don som no wasuko kama na bibia atumi akọ ye ba ma me honorable akọ aba honorable bia bako de
nyame adom
o consensus bibia bako
o nyame adom ye ntie boni bia
e bia odi nche be ma omo na afede ya akọ aba ye ba na afede ya don som no wasuko
o pesi e ko ba na starting straight on
ane
okay nti so ma menchia me constituency fo nyina se me kasa me ubodin se de obobo ye no a wa hwe asem besi wa nti e chia obi a waje bre na o hwe ye na oti ye so ye da obi bia ase
yo me so me da ase na ye ya na me nua bia ase no ze he refi se me hwa na me wo fa buju e wa gran kwanta me chia papa o so hwe ye twa hotel ni aba ye ba ye beto aso Memo akwa ababio Enfambra Nnawotwe Yi so ewa Adom TV ne Asempa 94.7 FM na makacho dada say mene Honorable Charles Asiedu or a member of parliament for Tano South ene ogina ANDC anemo ewo pono we ho na emom yen chance free the United States of America US president say was shut down US aid. Now, it would have impact on Africa and other developing countries who rely on US aid for some aid. And the Yankwa Homano so na started with Dr. John Osai Kwapon, or no a fellow, was CDD, Center for Democratic Development. Yaneno encoding commona doc ono yobia when na this you know nya bebre US ho. Yeah, because I cry no join here from into hotel so to nyoma na ekona say dog match bibia boko there
match you me also bibia boko
yo dog yen share sa announcement by President Trump's US aid or for the year yen started from what you know as someone who's so much committed to development grano oje ni saying
Michia with phone so me news no two things anyame wawa in the sense that this particular administration no omo a different attitude towards the entire federal government operations into no ohwe no maybe a omo try so omo be ye ne nsem bi omo kekana now to mu say omo nyaya the size of the federal government the omo be shrink no I mean why omo fluty this idea of so we ejuma for federal government resigning anaje a buyout package na kwot na fie but I also don't know how I know would work on that score no anyame wawa. But with USAID, no, say, especially the powerful countries, no, you're free be soft power. So I'll try say you build allies and relationships with other countries. There are different ways. And yes, a bit team in terms of your military strength and build a global influence. Sometimes through no maybe to say foreign aid. Because after all, say you know, the wow crew sika eboa another crew say no, you can build friendship. Ebia also ebia who here bibia now who here say your strategic interests are protected in that region of the world. Such countries are more aid, you know, will come to your defense or would come and support you. Into on that part, no, one kakra say you know, there's this idea, say, a bit to me, I shut it down the entire USAID, unless, of course, the plan is say, shutting it down temporarily. Nafi, share the kinds of normal you feel say USAID, the American taxpayer dollars, shimu, any normal per se American taxpayer dollars, that's a different story.
Okay.
But if the whole idea is shutting it down and pulling out completely from doing any kind of foreign aid, margin chairman say it's not the proper way to go about dream.
But from baby out, do you foresee, sir, the Trump administration will probably BBR aid, but not in the frame of US aid, no?
I hope so. So far, no mum dear, any indication of the next steps beyond the immediate directive to shut down. I'm hoping, say, that would be the next step, say, 90 days now or more can review period, no, would be used to determine whether, okay, over this 90 days, in ABI, USAID, there were 6 key areas. Sikako, this area, Sikako, this area. You feel say, sa area, we in area, you say US, you Sikako mu abroad. Into a big jai. But these other things, then that's fine. But there's a lot of uncertainty. Where all of this, is going. But I am hoping, say, the approach no would be go through BBA, USAID, this Shemu around the globe and make some decisions around as a country, then you prioritize it and then you jai. After all, I know the Sebio America for Neyo Musika. And the government has every right to decide how it wants to prioritize foreign aid assistance. And it's up to them. But I just hope, say, in doing that, it won't be foreign aid creative.
Okay. But so Sana Akobano, does it show say President Trump maybe at the Timor Ding because all Bebano Nankofobia analysis between or no any the Democrat candidate Harris. No more chance. I will share the Republicans no more approach now. It will look as though they will take a second look at almost support for Africa. With Nnawotwe, does it really show say omono too bedding towards Africa? Now say I will say young soon you taken as an opportunity. Na yedi yesuya say ni ebe ye nyoma for ourselves.
Say, minim say so much a trimodern as opposed to ideology. Republicans sankasa in principle, no. Most of the, or at least over the years, I may matna kromhano. Otati omokasa, omotaka, big government. I say shrinking the size of government, right? Yeah, small government. But most of the time, no motaka sa no mana. It was really more about normal omofo say government discussion, even on domestic issues, ne foreign policy assistance, ne idea. And part of it is and yes so much extreme as opposed to belief, ideology about the role of government, especially even on matters of domestic and foreign assistance. And that's part of the struggle, or part of the what is driving some of this. The other one is, as you said, it's a wake-up call for Yenso because you depended quite a bit on donor assistance and foreign aid. And making kind news say last year in Ghana say you signed 2 agreements with the US government through USAID. Bakun was worth about, I think it's $25 million. It was going to support primary health care. And USAID was going to contribute almost 19 million. Ghana contributed 6 million.
Yeah.
Same last year. So you're signing another initiative, $45 million around maternal health near there, right? Into can we boom, and both of it near over the next 5 years. And you are talking $70 million to support just 2 initiatives in the entire health sector over the next 5 years. Fan says a USAID qua HSSR Sikano Emba. It's a wake-up call for Yenso to try and find out or to try and figure out ways in which Sebio Yenso Angasano Yebit Miabuaye and wean ourselves off this too much dependence on foreign aid. Of course, Ubia Hiamwa at some point, Krubia be Hiamwa Kakra. So there's no problem with that. But I think, say, this goes to show us, first, no Yankasana. I say a boy na baby to see yape other foreign assistance to closing the gap. And it's also said the idea that former President Nana had Ghana Beyond Aid, our conversation, and to the extent that we would have hoped, say, I mean, I know, say, some people thought it was just mere, a political talk near the air, but the core of the idea, was a very good idea of a bedu baby, to aid so debiasa. Can we start putting things in place that would move Ghana beyond aid? Hopefully, SAR situation gives us an opportunity to revisit that conversation. Fine, ABR, it won't have to be called Ghana Beyond Aid, but we need to start having SAR conversation and taking active steps to say, how can we reduce our dependence on foreign aid so that BBC is here. Yes, Donald Trump would not be in office forever. And Ofi office in 4 years, now can say Democrat when there's a good chance that Omobe restore some of the things near there. But we can't keep going through this up and down periods. At least, and no, Obifu for bad they be no so can say no more foreign aid. At least we know, say, we are prepared to fend for ourselves.
I mean, every year, Ghana got $115 million from the US aid. This year, for example, you're requested for $137.7 million US. And we na kobana sano. A crime in Ghana was said to me faso to block the whole away the Baba because almost support was in education, health, economic growth, agriculture, and the governance. 137.7 million IBR Enkoba. How do we deal with it?
So, I mean, you have a number of ways. ABR, you can turn to other development partners. I say, if they can help you, fill in some of those gaps. In ABR, you can turn to, the European Union, right, as one possible source. But some also know they've made other commitments into, make sure say, it will be that easy to, for other development partners to immediately absorb some of these gaps that would be created. That's one. The other thing too is it forces us say Yankasa so nano yen budget and see programs that we can shift around or delay its rollout and implementation. Because even Oshe budget now, fine. I mean, new government next year will present your new budget in 2025. But going off the estimates from the 2024 now, Finance Minister no fees to present here now. The next 3 fiscal years, we'll be running some major deficits, and it's not as though people say a quite budget no put to say oh okay so that's the you bet me a year if you bet me a year if you have. So it's a challenging time, and it will be very interesting to see how current government is or put it together or more FY25 budgets in March. How they plan to make up for it. But like I said, either you can turn to your donor partners, you can put some programs funding. You may have to put it on hold until that 90-day review period is over and the US government makes a final decision on what they want to do about USAID.
And no, President Mahama to just say, the members of the government, wabani or more for somebody use first class to travel, or say or mine you are watching want to me for first class and travel, and again want to me pon so I now because to kwaya. I was say chief of staff, and won't say way essential as I work and so crowd no first class. Where to go to try and block some loopholes and I to me. Enyas can fanshare baby ye be here skade ayawabra USA for say 137 be number.
Exactly. I mean me feel say ne kwai so I mean every so often and whenever we hear of government reports of government spending or share public sentiment we say things like hey na sika bebre yedi say ankasa sika no betimi de aye bibi fufro now betimi de aye adwuma in this sector now you can invest it in maybe health or education or even eliminating schools under trees etc and to me mum de me feel say ne kwan so no honorable Ablakwa can be during his vetting say even beyond whether Obin Tukwain, flying first class or business near the end. The other thing that you also have to pay attention to is even the size of the delegation, right? Intino, okay, we a government official, essential travel, only business class. Na sebio udi nipa 100 ediwechia. It defeats the purpose of trying to save money on foreign travel for government officials near the intino. But I also hope say all the travel requests no call for chief of staff ni reviewer. Depending on the numbers you submit to the chief of staff, hopefully chief of staff be wo ho kwan so betimi akasio ebia minister baby awukwe also person ni nipa 20 na eko but ye hwe ye sika semu a ye nteso ye nyi ebi mfimu na umfa just your essential people in kwenti with the ebia nipa 5 and nipa 7 in ko but again memum de me force and kwan so no anything that can save the government money especially in the times that we are it's always a step in the right direction.
Okay, so advice ben out bema Ghana government as well as other African government ne ebetumi aye nimanim ya ebetumi akrokra ye ho was US for adwen how betumi aye US they have to say US for say they also give foreign aid but when US aid or more block or more 137 million enkobe then I will see it to me here to be able to manage your until say from home.
Yeah, in the interim, we'll have to take a look at national budgets and see how you bit me prioritize it. Maybe our programs and services be or in the we may have to put them on hold and ask ourselves say. Yankasa yera ho de no den e betimi amaya ye immediately. That's one way. Said amidi kai so we may have to turn to other donor partners. Yes, they may not be able to give us everything or fill in those gaps, but we can turn to other donor partners and say ebia some particular program where they are very critical ebia yebenya 10 binti mubenya 2 bia so amaya. But those are some of the things that I think say immediately we would have to start thinking about.
Okay, all right. Doctor will say kwapon pacho medase pa say otumeni edi nkomo anapay on Adom TV.
Asida ni hope.
Dr. John Osai kwapon CDD fellow on Nnawotwe say ni edi nkomo on USD no. Now chirewodo sika China D onim Bosumu or double summer month of love and our favorite TV channel Adom TV yene sika ya pese ma wo ene wadofo efili very very special so no kokra ya pese ya de wo no wadofo eko ya de fikru yi mu na ya do ko enjoy the season of love e baby ya be fi akra no akobe foforo enjoy it betumi ayo ma betumi ayo weja ebetumi aye ho kafo anase obi special be a wo abrabo no mo enti sika Adom Vows Day special jackpot yes if I for sika Adom Vows Day special jackpot mu on Thursday 14th February and 8th February enti Valentine's Day na ebe mebo Thursday ebe
minti minchiro
wow any draw enti no for say mo yawada no now win a trip to a plus beach resort outside Accra February 2025 inti yedu be fi Accra ha de ya na hustling and bustling e also yedu ko bi to say bia nke yedu ko ahanta west wo baby Oh yeah, oh fantastic beaches. Oh beach are all say serene, pristine. Now I could do any. Ebi mpani ya duwa ko Volta region ho baby. Ebi ane ya duwa for Central region. Ananzima wako jiwe ni kama jojo ho. And I say when a trip to Plus Beach Resort and be treated to the following 2-night stay, welcome drinks and chocolate on arrival, arrival dinner, romantic dining with live band and a glass of sparkling wine, special massage, 30 minutes special massage, romantic boat cruise. Okay, and me yehu baby obeko. Emen kadia ba me yehu baby. Boat cruise aba me me yehu baby obeko. Any complimentary zoo tour. Yes, so with a ticket of 10 cedis, host a chance to win all that package of over 10,000 cedis. Dial *281# on all networks. Now select option 7. Yes, okay. Say each ticket biano ebe cost to just 10 Ghana cedis. And the more you stake, the better your chances are between the winning. Sika Vals Day special jackpot only on Adom TV. Aha, Sika, yes, it sha. Na.
When that's a Friday.
Okay.
14th on a Friday.
14th Friday. Not Thursday. Because NA 8, maybe or it's not 9th. Monday 10th, Tuesday 11th, Wednesday 13th. Hey. Wednesday 12th. Okay, as a majampo.
Open
me pentem obi akodi ya de never outside na bibia aya kama. Menko Adom TV Facebook page. Me call us here comment ago. We say, wow, Honorable is looking nice. We are waiting for the man of the moment, Honorable Asiedu. Please thank Honorable Asiedu for me. Okay, all right. Into commenter about on your Facebook page. I don't know. Honorable, yes, call USAID in sense of share. I mean, 137.7 million. That's what they requested from USAID. Ebia number. What do we do?
Well, my Yensanfa and Chiama Ashefo near T4. So share United States Agency for International Development. By Aceh since 1960. And but a day back, a man for share down for money in the actually. And they say, since the time Omo introduce USAID, you know, US, America, for Nankasano, citizens, you know, they are against it. I say, there be, then I say, Sika say to me free, ye kromu na eko baby a yen said that inhu niema no a ekwa akoye no it is atana be hu se obi wo America na adwe ne se oba Africa yetitidua so omo nim se bi krampa baby a edan a omo dem kama no ebi wa ha because of sa niema no a na ekoso no so monitor President Trump ne campaign no pa na okasa against it. Okasa against overseas spending. Enti obe winnie way no. No, I said no. There is a need to take a decision. But said another doc can or shutting it down completely. Or per se or they be share a Department of State as enti or hold it on for 90 days.
Yeah.
Enti after 90 days, you know. So they be share sa department na said yeah, obetimi control budget ekwa bonti because 2023 some release omo expenditure no 2024 almost spend $68 billion on sa aid way and then say into $68 billion na ye spend it there and for so ankasa ibenya ewo home from Africa no na den enti President Trump there onni nua Elon Musk or advice no ade a omo person so. But idea back we want say drag you omo and say aside the soft power omo pe say yes America no so or ahoden or powerful no. No more say employment. On say USAID now employ over 10,000 people across. Yes, we share over 60 bases. Omo operating in so many countries. It don't hear say omo so no humanitarian issues or moving the agro. It was okay to say a day katia. Not just over 10,000 employees are or USAID no ekwan be no be fa so on be den omo ebetimi as survive but you know omo say no I mean say you spend 68 billion na afi bi hu no mampanyi bi dware wo wiem ko han ye friend saying elupre 18,000 and dollars an hour na yen ye sika e de ba se mumfa nkonko ye empuntujuma yen fa nhwe ayaresa ene ayarehwe yen fa nhwe education no ya fa ministers over 120 omo check sa na mani nyina over 120 ye tuomu allowances ye tuomu per diem obi ko tukwan akwa broche for conference or the nipa bebrebe na di na chi omo fly first class ne manema it is omo tena ho na say mumu ni bi yen ye baba beboa mo but mo anu so a ye de bremo ese mo mfa nye saa adwuma e beboa mamanfo no ase mo ankasa sika ne ba na mo cha di na mo de bo mo ho brade a enya ade a yeso saa mboa no ebetumi
ya asu yesu ban ka ho
yesu ban ka ho bi
okay
because o de yankasa kra wo ha o de yemfa entoto ye ho ese obi ba be ka kire o se ne ba school fees ya ye MPC de ye share bi da bia obi be ka kire o se ne ba school fees na ade be che na obi hu an se wako han ka na o team na wa bie nwom na bia onom nsa bi hu a wo be feel sense nipa o se no ni school ko tua school fees the school fees
and all you trophy
now on high car na nkofo oba money bi o money bi you know but another advantage my main kind is advantage is say President Trump only the authority and power as to be USAID na free ho won't mean shutting it down because there's an act you pass here I think 2009 or so Foreign Assistance Act so okay omo pass act no into no executive order no it means shut it down the USAID
democratic lawmakers for example akase move illegal without congressional approval.
Yes,
in fact American Foreign Service Association and the American Federation of Government Employees omo de asemi court.
Yes,
omo catch federal court in Washington say onhye abain ombie USAID for more officers no more staffers na enkwajuma because they are illegal.
Oni sa tumi no eso betimi they are shutting it down but on the strategy a opeso using is so ka say they be share State Department asia or on shutting it down but be mum manage their expenditure because 2023 2022 budget on ye no na 40 billion but 2023 expenditure by no na 68 billion and almost spending more than even the budget.
So 28 billion.
What you say more than the budget and unti mean shutting it down and now Congress and also no or slim majority and it's a case of Congress house grana also no a problem at the man but so case or che State Department I said I mean on shutting it down.
But say what try be say no interest close on offices now because what close on building it down.
Oh, see I know the holding it on for 90 days.
And now staff is in Kodafio omo
say omo holding on for 90 days in there and not the court be any hono mo a ebetimi e dia back. The omo fighting they say because subsequently or started no na ke automatic shutdown. And no who say no a kind person shutting down no. Why should be call Congress house? A very problem the amano. Inti onfa timeline bimra. It's 90 days. Yeah, they shame. Yeah, they share kwa nkra. Sikane kwa. The first you use no. Near say cost spend 40 billion. And then they are cost 8 billion. Me and family munti. For the time being, yen shutting yema down kakra. Me ba cho yen closing yema bi down kakra. Na say wie. Na say bia. Ne hu kwanya. Ye de be fast. However, a kind of person we no. So ofasa kwan no so wi a ebe de say more or less was shutting it down because they say he spend almost spend 68 billion dollars next oba next say okay the share State Department as State Department or budget the State Department budget 20 billion dollars next year the USA da kwa share say 20 billion dollars no eno abi eno be spend ewumu and already $20 billion a US Department of State no air spending no or baby or best spend it
okay
saa sika no e de akọ enu nti na yemu bi ye ne president Mahama e ya adwen e wo ne niema bi a wa start here or ye particularly e wo ne ministerial appointment no
okay
e kwen wa fa so a we reduce no in fact so obi ati baabi na se saa opanyi aba wo nchen e se na ye ministers e be hia na e de ara ne oman no obi eyi over 110 120 at a point but me by no say no saa de ni sika entimi muaye entimi de mayi 60 na mayi ni kura no omo dwumadi a omo bedie omo ne ma bi omo beje ene bi omo beye no ensem kan ye den eda ho ensiseye e wo ho wontimi nye bibia akeke na wonfa ho enkonkodi enti mimisu se senka other African countries because omo pretty Asia Europe and then Africa yepa ana yenye sika no ne kese in fact Ghana Health Service omo release bi say wenya bia kenkan a northern region, Savannah region and then upper east region omo conveyance of vaccines because of enyam 90 days in bia no entimi nkoye because omo na efa bibia omo befa e de akwa koduru ahwe hu say bibia ebetumi ayi but bibia me ne doc enya adwen and say His Excellency the former president Ebeka say Ghana beyond aid na no su say ade papa yes ade papa
or say so nko omoye ni ya it could have helped to move Ghana beyond aid but more and I'm saying ho hye na nko ye ni about susu say going forward we can probably think along those lines
ya nye oma na nye bibia amfa ho it was just a rhetorical statement
okay
lip service yebeye we but you see na me tie e discuss saa de we e wo platforms ahodo say Ghana ni no on pesa ansa ni bi mati o yebeye no ye na ye nhwe sa oso betimi aye ena etumi na ma enti ye ne hwe bi am ne doc enya adwen ne se senka ban na twam no oye koduru baabi then ka doc betimi discuss e say yes indeed aban no introduce Ghana beyond aid no and among baako miensa we no yeden otuye and for that matter aban we no so aban on hwe hu say anamon a aban na atwam 2 ye no ono betimi yeden obetimi ato aso no an hye ye but na ya asem ka keke I know can to however mene na ya adwen say ye going forward no e say timi bibi fa ho na ene mantimi enye yi emfa Ghana.
So that's on US aid shutdown for 90 days and we don't know what will happen after 90 days no but yeah cuz I said there's a lawsuit in Washington yeah how and no bit to me akko but once you are in parliament you mean for parliament the appointment committee and then sense my eba yenyina yenimi ekoso yenim say speaker at the committee but the minority says anya de on participate if he say one chairman omo accusing of bias omo de ne 28 parliament new be of kan when continue the majority side no can say and we all saw it on TV say minority majority on be bo obviously because of that omuntumi ma no near the chairman of the committee again in Sensembia Waka recently we address the press it looks like or pass a judgment as what's not case so what do we do
MPP any the minority in parliament me omonema mahwe na ma monitor in the 9th parliament here me meka hu bi no the chairman nyina ne say omuni parliament ho eso mo so my Ghana
adenta
omo parliament ho say omo satisfy omo political party because say enema e koso asisi ma memfa free the appointment committee
but the appointment committee they've tried for you to approve a lot of the ministers aba I didn't know if it's only for Ghana if we try some for you to approve the ministers
yes say o share enema esi wo committee ni so ansana ye do betena konwa so ese ye member of parliament no udin se e kantam e wo o my Ghana nyina anim ese usuai yi se o yare da ho anopaw awieo anadwo ye frewa obesom o my Ghana and what Ghanaians should also know and say mrase bedwam no enye amanyosem ene ye wo ho e o my Ghana ene ye den ena ye som no and at a point so susu say ya ye adwuma na kuduru baabi mabrea yes you can leave me ba what you say na omo wa hoden say ombetuma aye adwuma na yeden aye adwuma but my bre na so me nko enam say me ma bre no de obi aso mre na yempo dwumadi no na fa nko the next day and na saa na manim guase ya abeto o my Ghana nyina e de bae sesi ya no mo se asem bi a obi aka ebre bi atwam nti eni kwan se otimiye chair of a committee se saa na ye kan de a ene ka se nka pipi fo no bi oni kwan se kene mo tena Ghana kra o oh yes ni kwan se nka omo adwuma bi e so mo ye participation in parliament ni kwan se nka ye makwan kra ma ne baso adekodi nti ne se o hwe enne yewra minority whip yewra osahene Adom pre enema asisi ensemo a abeba nanu ikra no hwensemo okokan enti sa na MPP fo kan de a enenka yewra Adom pre de ni kwanse nke ma ne wura se bedwam biem esian se asem no a okokan no enya asem a ebebo man Ghana empuntuo enya asem a ebetimi aboa Ghana na yentoma pa ye pese ye fafira no yebetimi afa de afira yes heat of debate bibia timi eba asem bia timi epie discussion a ye bia no etimi ba but kwan a MPP amanyukuo the minority in parliament omonam so no enye kwan a ebeboa o my Ghana besides senka speaker committee no tie no enye NDC committee no tie senka NDC committee no tie dia enke hu hia se enka MPP member bia be den ebe o committee ni so eye committee a ote no de aboa Ghana nkanko ene Ghana mpuntuo enu nti saa omo empanyimfo a omo se omo withdraw omo from the committee no say a public hearing me say dan hu ba bia ebia NPP mras anasa minority mase bedwani bi ka bibi on the committee a yakase ma ne nka ana obi sa bibi on the committee a yese ma ne misa anasa ebia president omo beka se o ka se o che na dwen afa bibi ho yese o ma ne nche ni nyina it's a no
but omo justified to cite press conferences are here to say Otiena he's already passing judgment on them and so can't Parliament just change the chairman
say committee no enye chairman na eye so your friend say on the committee obituary report no nyo no kwani idea obituary report no okay me ba to what you say eye certain number of people on the committee enunti asem no mo ka no I mean me ne Ghana fo bebrebe enne omo enya adwen medican Canada ese se ye hwe nsem a ebi mu aka ena ye gina so na yama obi ache committee bi na ema obi enche committee bi dia enka committees ahodo obi ani ho no mo a nkebe ma the minority side no bebrebe atimi ache because of nsem bi a omo aka atwam ene ne ye bi omo ayden omo atimi aye ama na twam but medical Canada ese committee ni asset no Ghana committee say me free committee bi so na me betena wo studio ha na say ye have a discussion me ti committee yi so ese me kasa me ti show yi so ese me kasa directly e di ama NDC amanyoko me ba so say the make na even though say me nyama just make bibi na me de alimite obi intelligence anasa me kan bibi na me de asay obi adwen a opese ode ba ne beboa oman enkanko enti de yesere mu nyina ne se ba bi adru no moma yemfa ye political colors ne nto nchen in fact enye parliament nko a oman Ghana mu nyina saa time na twam ba bi adru no ye dru time a ye behwe ne yehu se His Excellency the President of the Republic ne nsem a okan ye ansa na eto aba ma no ye behwe ne yehu se ebe yi ade a mesan sire mu biem any even parliament ankasa on the floor of parliament enema bi aya na ekoso aya na ye mu bi adwan ye se I say ye ni da ho you know me enye bibi ne mfa straight government business mean ti bi da say parliament e the capacity as be declare a political party be candidate a winner in a constituency. Parliament any sa mandate no.
No, the parliament that tries our best.
Only no that is idea monitor proceedings na no ye dwendwen o man kan ko ye dwendwen kwan be fa so a the nominees are omako vet na you report ye dia be hwe na ye be gia tu no ko start omadwuma no Prekope MPP for say adwuma de yenye. Na de ye pese sesie ni say Ablekuma North say ye declare ye di ma MPP for.
Okay. All right.
But the message nyina ne say omo hwe no man kan kono man puntuo no entumi enye infama ye.
Okay. Yo mate ote honorable Nka Ono the member of parliament for Tano South, Honorable Charles Asiedu. Now, lawyer Kwesi Bochodrini and so about no represented the MPP on the show. All right, we have a code here.
Adom now so.
Adom.
Fugu ye come up.
Medasi. Now, Tizenia or Kano on the committee, you have more challenge with the chairman, but the chairman is not there, so not the only person or be determining the outcome of this investigation. I didn't know Monkolam Kokamo story.
That's it. No pedia mami fa konya is na mencha no wo. Na menchi obi biara o hwe biara. Wada mama mencha asem fi USAID nsem ne kakra. Mse me ba na me monitor honorable ene doctor na
Dr. John or SIC MD.
Na me monitor conversation. I think it's a very insightful conversation. USAID need a boa countries bebrebe enya Ghana nkwa. In fact, to share almost close to over 60% of countries globally. In times past, USAID was one of the diplomatic tools now Americans use to connect with other countries. We share maybe from USAID, Colombia, and Brazil, Ghana, and Venezuela, those countries. Ghana card quote and unquote chicken change being never has it, but the chunk of the money our countries because we share Americans spending close to 40 billion and a core USAID every year. That's a 40 billion Ghana over 1.160 million. That should tell you say a woefully inadequate. The decision to put it on hold for a while now. And because of the reason say Americans ne hu ana at say man penim bi atwem no dwae wo a high jet at a certain amount and I say BBC that is not the reason for the shutdown. In fact, President Trump the new reasons about say opese the USAID program no align with the American First promise now or the share Americans 90-day shutdown is for the government to review and seek to, framework biya sa USAID ebetimine President Trump American First program align. So the shutdown is not because of OSHA statement it wasn't because country be mismanagement quote and unquote. And I say bibia air so a certain country intina shut it down USAID because I heard honorable mention say omote say mampeni bi dware wo wie me high jet asa no money ni abetima mo jai say omo defend no eba but we America statement na bana that is not the reason. Honorable can make his assertion but to align it say nunti na aid na jai say eba ne that is not because oko Colombia and so then what should be said about Colombia oko Venezuela oko Brazil near there. There are so many other countries that are benefited from it. Mismanagement of government in your maybe cause winter. Now presidential travels now ban. In fact, for the purposes of education of all of us and everybody, I think to be very fair to the former administration, under the former administration there was a ban on foreign travels, except essential and sana obitimako procedure now. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama Diabasi say that same procedure existed under the SWAL administration. Just to be fair,
on first class.
I'm talking about essential travels.
But you could travel on first class.
In 2018, you see, traveling on first class or business class, the government can make its proposal, but as to whether or not it's being adhered to, we may not know.
Okay.
But just what the point I'm making, I say, we may not know because President Akufo-Addo and I say Senate President Mahama say mo be on first class no. Obi betima fa ne ho akọ. Ya etie ye hu Adom TV will not know. Nobody will know.
Ghana for be home.
E be no know.
Picture there about. So Ghana be super first class.
Anyway, let's just hope say it will be adhered to. It's just an doc. We need doc idin komo kind. Any measure ye de betu dwa say ebe kebe the high expenditure of government ebe ba for me and it's welcomed. I mean yanka say NDC na dia ba intine enye ade papa it is extremely welcome because government expenditure cost we benye sika dia ye other developmental projects be dia farm mebunu adwuma bebe ayini anu ye benya so mfa so I think say it's a good thing na President Mahama ede atudwa say the minister we are wholly hoping and praying say it will not be a 9-day wonder. Say, I mean, we've got in times past, we've seen it before. I mean, when he was president, we've seen it before. Say, the directive, but by the end of the day, directive, it been idea. So we are just hoping, say, this time around, it will be adhered to. Now, on appointment committee, on seminar, and committee, I have to say, investigating issues. I think, say. To say in the parliament in recent times and there may be a cost for parliament and then parliament lose the respect na normal one and san nyama na cost no nyama parliament and kasa ediaba on omo and you be na inflict on them. They are bringing it on themselves because if kids are watching TV, kids go to school near catch almost say the legislature is an arm of government that is supposed to make laws. And same kids are watching TV and now the legislature is fighting amongst themselves in suit and tie, in nice shirts and nice fabrics. Now in Kwalane Share, they would have a certain perception about the legislature. Okay. Because they will see the legislature in a different way. Because growing up, the legislature was one of the most, respected arms of government. Yes, it's still one of the most respected, but it looks like they say Nyamabia Ekoso within the legislature. And because just within the 1 month of the new government, Yate Obi making allegations, say legislature appointment committee ne Omujis Kabatanoka there wasn't substantiated. This is just about 3 weeks into the 9th parliament. And I say the 9th parliament is beginning on a note of chaos and misunderstanding. I think it is not something that we must welcome. It is something that all Ghanaians must come together to condemn Nyamana Ekoso Parliament. And
committees on dealing with it.
Absolutely. No, you see, the fundamental. You see, Yanko committee,
yeah, that's what you've done. That's what you said.
No, so you see. Basically, on the initial stages, the MPP wasn't against the establishment of the committee. We were against the suspension of the MPs. Now, Oshe, Medema Nusi.
Bobeto aso na mo mame nkona ene memeneda. Nkofo be disca o mula so ntie nkoshe omo disca ye ba yebeto aso. A lot of you have sent me comment on Facebook. Meshe na makan you shall do good. Me ba makan o message no be aso etumi ho nti yenko ayemula na yembra sisia. Memo akwa babio enfambra na watch Nnawotwe so Adom TV and Asempa 94.7 FM. Well, mo amu DBB through a mola ni hina no congrats to all of you. Na mo me kana sa no me nka nkyerɛ say onim bosumi we odobosumi is a month of love. Na ade a Adom TV pese yema yeboa ma o kyerɛ odo. Sika o sika yesi twa na di. Now in this month o favorite television channel Adom TV yanisika osika ka bom na yepese yema wo no wadofo efili very very special yepese yeboa wo na otumi etukwan fi the hustle and bustle of Accra na challenge traffic mo ye dim otumi as traffic mo 2 hours aden yesi yeboa wo bosumu ye do fin crime near the wako outskirt of Accra na wako enjoy they kind of proper relaxation. You will be on a cruise boat, or so now enjoy good music, or enjoy nature, or no papa be chale. I tell you, so this is the time also yebi. But anytime you cruise, one say abrabwe there. And say for one say sika now relaxation we are you be more massage. You be more complimentary zoo tour. Romantic dining with live band and a glass of sparkling wine on him. And that would do on our pet. Yamao aquaba dinner. Very radius. You won't get this anywhere. More welcome drinks and chocolate on arrival. You have more 2 nights on him. Now, yeah, and say fa ho fa sika Adom Vals Day special jackpot no on a year okay. So I think everybody so Thursday ya wada day enemy for home for shame now win a trip to a plush beach resort outside Accra this February 2025. Ebia obey the amawoja una and now kani and our down for somebody special in your life. But more than enough home for shame na winning so promo be a ticket 10 Ghana cedis. Now the more I was taken, the better your chances of winning. Yes, a diary *281# on all networks. Now select your option 7. Kai say each ticket be no air 10 Ghana cedis. The more you stake, the better your chances of winning. Sika Vals Day special jackpot only on Adom TV. Sika, you then shot Nadi. Lawyer, now floor. I mean, I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes. Now right. Wrap up. Yeah.
Inti appointment committee no. Eba say be suspended NPP, MPs 3 and NDC MP back no. MPP 4 chair say we standing orders ni me mbra ebo parliament mo ban e kire senya parliament en yom adwuma na speaker any to me bia understand mbra ne say onu ankasa be take decision say or suspend the MPs no.
Really?
Yes.
Because the same standing order said speaker between and setting up a committee.
Yes, so setting up a committee is different from suspending the MPs.
Okay.
You can set up a committee to investigate and look into the matter.
Yeah.
And that is where you give the MPs an opportunity to be heard, their side of the story to also be heard. But one yes, our committee in first. Now, one can say decide say we share with TV so no. I mean information away no MPs need to buy no enye at the party no what suspend your one and any standing orders no boy bra kakra.
Okay.
Now we the entire minority caucus so say committee na ya setting up no they will not be part of the committee no and then they say they've cited issues of bias against committee chairman and the committee members ni bi nim say utie omo public commentaries ni ade bia I said they already have a prejudiced mind or my imagine dada and so na omo dey committee no so intino they are looking for an opportunity for fair and unbiased hearings into the chaos course of parliament. But I mean, personally, I believe the committee to investigate the matters, is the way to go. Agreeing with the fact that if there are issues of bias and unfairness, speaker must look into the issues and make sure committee, people are comfortable with the committee and that the committee is fair to all manner of persons. Send at the end of the day, your democracy, and I also believe it is not in the interest of the minority or frustrating government business. I don't think anybody takes delight abanye juma development because the development be bagana has enim MPP and enim NDC. Parliament pass loan loan ye the basic hospital ye be ya kwan ene niama ya ye fa kwan MPP for first NDC for first more money politics first will be you should be social amenities nearly idea intino. I don't think it is in the interest of anybody deliberately omo be sabotaging government business or anything. However, you can say I never see who say majority for more the numbers they would not want to use their numbers as a bully pulpit against the minority. They should respect the rights and opinions of the minority members of parliament. And some more majority into committee be among amodoso appointment committee mun amodoso into namo the appointment committee na than bully pulpit against the minority. No, and the minority must also be respected. Their views must be respected. Their opinions must be respected. There's a majority fund by your majority on minority fund because on yes there can never be consensus. I have never been a member of parliament before, but we share parliamentary procedure now. Kind parliamentary procedure now. I think one of the major things about parliament is a consensus. There are so many of the discussions between leadership of both sides embeto media emma public but most of the things they do a consensus, negotiations, respecting the views of each other, meeting each other halfway to ensure at the end of the day no be a hobeton and they will come at an amicable solution for all their issues. Intino sa etutra semne sa ego sa as a setting in at this early stages. Now I think must be watched because a lot of people are watching our parliament. A lot of kids, then enye fese be a member of parliament. Na umaisha wofi honorable ba na ombehwe no papa boxing. Ewo parliament. If they had wanted to be boxers, the Bukom boxing arena is not too far away from parliament. They would have opted to go into the Bukom boxing arena, but they have opted to be called honorable persons. Ghana has over 35 million people, but 276 spec.
But really, is it justified, sir? Your party, your MPs, SIC MD in the 8th Parliament to be their basis for more accusations of bias against the chairman?
I mean, the course was 8th Parliament, your friend precedent. It may have some effect on the 9th Parliament because we also see that governance is a continuing business. Yeah, twice. So what I say, Parliament will essentially we're close here, but whatever happened in the 8th Parliament is a precedent. Or her 8th Parliament, they'll come back to 8th Parliament. Speaker Okwe taking decision be in the 7th Parliament. Speaker Babin in the 8th Parliament referred to the Okwe decision about that controversy with Ghana. I hope that you remember. And so precedent there, it is part of parliamentary business and practices. So it can be cited. But you see, issues of bias are issues that go to the fundamental root of any matter. Obia yebeka say yebehwehwe nsem bi mu a nipa no be cite issues of bias. It must be looked at. Into court, Kurana say lawyer be an party be raising issues of bias against the judge. That preliminary issue will be dealt with before you record the substantive issue. Into the issues of bias there, are very important because it's a bias for what fair hearing now. You can want to say ain't me and maso. Now, we share the concerns of the minorities who are almost clearly the chairman of the committee has exhibited clear bias and has also exhibited say he has a prejudiced mind. He has prejudged the minority people even before coming to sit on the committee to investigate the matters. And I think say it is within their right. Say speaker will also interrogate the issues of bias and all that. Say at the end of the day, the committee the ruling biba omuni abeji atum say this is a ruling binding the entire members of parliament.
Mate medase. Yenko your next topic. That's why unless of course person can be on this particular subject.
Me person me can't be to be.
Oh yeah, my mom just
yes, the man me no pe. Say suspension na speaker the members of parliament no say na council lawyer or try I justify but on the drew
or say I'm standing orders na
yes and na say that justification na make no but a man kwai if you say both caucuses about parliament no on be pacho
yeah
and he say a man kwai and kenye achaupa and
all but if you read most standing orders the speaker didn't have
for consensus they could apologize
just for parliament to continue
exactly
but almost most standing orders
maybe nyabotre ye de emra na ye adwuma
yeah
and na ye hye mra enso so ho and minu nyina e ya adwen say sa MPP minority e kwa omo faso a omo handle issues no senka speaker in misa to me no eso be de oyeye na enkomo mpene we know them enti the council and on committees backed by standing orders as a majority no ye binya the higher number of people on any committee and they are backed by the standing orders ema me no pese me confront e betimi atrasa.
All right, yenko the sacked SIC MD and a state and talk air koso and what that really means and how minor if it is time so say rationalizing public sector salaries now holista will no MD and our banway appointed lawyer Jenny Boating and I'm saying the appointment takes effect on 27th January 2025. Holista Sophie said, and I throw on the court document, Muse, on any appointment, was endorsed at a shareholders by shareholders at an annual general meeting. In so person he has to follow the same procedure. And now say the board of directors should, but we're not answer. That's the case there. that's the case there. And you may be or sudden circle. Mind you, SIC is listed on the stock exchange. And the operations no yet to send ya or operating bit is a bust. So I court. Now we court document in Munswa. I didn't say be na ba beto abonten. Ye beba ho. But what she senior and your money call na. Maybe I should start from lawyer. Lawyer, let me start with you. Once a SIC is on the stock exchange, ye appoint you be and I disengage you be for the services. A coin base no safer.
That's it. In fact, to share your Companies Act 992 now, they are very clear on how our person movie directors are the grounds and the procedure will be used. We share SIC MD claim that, I mean, she's made a claim say she was appointed and at the annual general meeting of the board and the shareholders of SIC, the state insurance company. Until the removal is also expected to follow the same procedure. So all she's asking for in the claim is say, oh, arbitrarily without going through the due processes, and then the entitlement, then the salaries, near monument, and a benefit, Uncle Benya as managing director for SIC, who arbitrarily there, and for the same entitlement, you see, legally, I feel say the woman may have, a case because from the basis now, premising the argument, say the law has laid down a procedure. Such a person, who follow that procedure and remove it. But just what the American say, but to write a letter say arbitrarily without any reasons, without any cause, she may want to also seek legal redress because she's also a lawyer herself and she knows her right. So she may also seek legal redress. And I think say issue there should be a consensus between the MD and then the new government. But you see, as a politician, I have a fundamental problem with some of these things. Because if you occupy office in a certain political administration, the office need not be a political office, but the fact that the office has political connotations and political underpinnings, or you were able to occupy the office by virtue of somebody's political influence, then try it. I don't want to say common sense. Should tell you, say, if Abayin Sisa, now say the boss himself, which is the president, now who source authority from you should also pack your things. You shouldn't even wait. That is why you have some persons resigning. That is the essence of the resignation.
No, but Onono is different because this is a listed company. And she's not also sourcing her power from the president. So say, shareholders.
No.
Yeah, but if you look at it,
wait. Her appointment came by the president.
Nominated
by the president.
For consideration by the board.
That is what I'm saying. Say, if you source your power, the source of her appointment came from where? It's not the president. Because you were nominated by the president. Is the president not a political figure? Yes. Is the presidency not a political office? It is a political office. And so that is why I say that if your appointment has any connotations of political influencer,
presidency fees also fees.
By try it.
For a listed company.
No, by try it. Because you see, Ghana has said, yes, we have our laws guiding some of these things. But the politics also works in this country. Say, Yatwa baby, Abanya Sasan. You see, it is only in isolated cases, and isolated cases now, the new government, because even in, let's not be oblivious of the fact that even in independent agencies like EC and SRAJ, some politicians in times past have attempted. No, okay. Even in issues, they say Electoral Commission and SRAJ, some politicians are attempting to say, and I say Abayin Sisa, I was someone so moko. Even in independent, the constitution clearly addresses even judges. Some politicians in times past and in recent times, I try say so what I say. And what direct political connotation in my humble opinion. Abayin Sisa, you do the honorable thing like deputy BOG governor. You resign to give space for the new administration in nipa omo feel so betimi na ye adwuma ama omo na ye adwuma on person obe resign here. That is why you call campaign. That is why a free BB campaign in politics. On person obe resign here call campaign. Now so what yes me but your boy ni be send your bear if your government wins you can protect your job because this country everything is about interest. And me mo dey men who campaign rally be ase. To be very fair. That is why I'm saying say me men who campaign but omo ka be ewo mu nia no. I saw most of them at campaign rallies because me consistent regions ni nia. Enti me nim constituency crowd dom because anka issue ya ben kan constituency the letter beba in solidarity meaning say we the constituency anka party ni create the letter beba in solidarity say case now making a listed say but we have even leading members of the New Patriotic Party even telling her to resign including the honorable MP for honorable Nnawotwe Yi free. I've cited on his Facebook page say the woman should go because abaya sesan. You understand? And I support it that she should go.
Okay.
Because if you didn't want to go, you should have gone to campaign. You should have ensured, say, your party remained in government.
But
you see, these are. It's not make us say, it's not me lay premise. They say, I mean, coming to the political aspect. No, in Brian Bra. I agree. That is what I'm saying. Say by trite. It's not me initially me starting me say by trite. If you occupy of any office, I what political connotation. Now you're buying sesan. By trite, you should know, say, abayan sesano. The new government would want to bring somebody that has their interest over there. So by trite, what do you do?
But lawyer say yes, sir. Say then on my say you believe in the rule of law. No? Yes, I step the legal provisions.
No, you see, no. That is why when I was starting, I mentioned say she has a good legal case.
Yes.
And I came back to tell you, say, and I wait, and I came back to tell you, say, but coming to the politics of the whole appointment, you know, if your office has a political connotation, then you should also do the honorable thing by stepping aside or resigning.
I with this office.
Okay.
I say gross basic salary 840,000 cedis per year.
Okay.
Per annum. As our salary is subject to an annual upward review rate of 15%.
Okay.
Do you have same for other public servants? Yeah, about. I say provision of an official accommodation and a repair of same to suitable standard at a cost of up to 200,000 cedis. Clothing allowance of 10% of annual basic salary. Entertainment allowance of 10% of annual basic salary payable monthly in 12 equal installment per year over the tenure of this contract. Monthly canteen allowance of 850, professional allowance of 1,200, payment of membership fees for a health or sports club of a choice not exceeding 3,000 per year, provision of one domestic help or in lieu of an amount of 3,000, provision of security at MD's residence or in lieu an amount of 3,000 cedis. In your baby, time I drew so say to me, say better rationalize salary structure in the public sector now. Because if you look at this, somebody is asking, hey, I mean, my age won't have for 15 years. Means pay a medical fee a month, go and do 3,500.
You see, offer public institution, as a SOEs now, a biane or levels. Let me say that way. Biane or levels, no or more pedigree near the idea. Okay, SIC is the top insurance firm of this country. Offer Bank of Ghana, Sebe, Obi a Bank of Ghana governor, young candidate a political appointee, and Obi or NEIP CEO. Minjin is almost the same salary and benefits. Obi or infant say BNI boss, a political appointee, and Obi or YE CEO. Minjin is almost salary the same. You see, a biane or more but I agree, say there should be a framework for the salary structure of some of our SOEs because me who claims when I'm say hey and yes SIC MD a monument and the benefit and then the salary about 4 times that of the president there, then it means a bimu credit the president now because president salary is 22,000 Ghana cedis a month. Honorable MPs almost salary almost say 15,000 cedis a month. Minimum MPB also on the salary by another 2 more less than 2 hours now, son. Or best sending in here. Now SIC MD or not office. It means about 86,000 Ghana cedis a month there. natural say and I know say even some agencies even take more than that. You go to GRA, their benefit and emolument of their commissioner general, you'll be amazed, very hefty. Go to Senate and all those things. But I agree, you go to the banking sector because a banking sector for the equivalent of or more positions equivalent to senior managers of the banking sector. No, almost salaries around the same range because even the private sector, KPMG, NEMA, at the idea, SIC, no more the same level now. I mean, the benefits and I are on the same. So I would not sit here to be hypocritical to say, and single out this woman to say, the benefits are outrageous. In any case, that whole company structure. That's what we're asking. Company structure.
Shouldn't it be an example for us to rationalize that?
That is what I'm saying. Say we need a framework to determine the salary structures of our public officials per their grades. Okay. So maybe BOG per where human per the security, you know, a year affiliated to where human say na where human is here denya the idea no. Momo grade 1. Mones net near the idea no salary structure ni. Over two maybe the security agencies, the national security, the BNI, the YOCOs, the Security Exchanges Commission near the idea no. Most category ni because me a security couples. Afe ni aba YEA, NEIP, BOST, and I say oil sector no cross you bet me frame your. So there should be a framework. So that I mean the public must know. My interest here is that there should be some form of transparency. Because if you occupy an officer, say a public officer, then your salary and everything must be public. Yeah. Like the way we know the salaries and the benefit of all the MPs, even though we don't know some, and Honorable knows that or more benefits no munya no. But generally no, I think say the salaries of all public officers must be a matter of public record. Obia etimi send at the end of the day, you see. One of the one of the issues affiliated to some of these things they say it sparks the general citizens say obi ho no mo be ye adwuma ye ni ane annual salary and do the monthly salary of SIC MD. Okay. Obi ho no mo hwe the unemployment rate near the idea ekoso na so hwe sa salaries ni benefit we are it sparks the general citizens, and that is what happened in Kenya. So we should be mindful about some of these things are some of these conversations. If we want to put it out, we should put it out and educate the public on why they merit the salaries.
Dr. Fakir on Facebook said, Honorable Charles Asiedu, I contested you at the primaries and I've seen all reasons why the delegate chose you. Tano South is proud of you and I am in particular proud of you. Keep the
minister.
May God bless you. Isaac Noble said, good morning, watching live from Katamanso, Kubekrom, number 1 and 2. Please inform Ghana Water Company that our pipe water is not flowing from October up to date. We are really suffering. Okay. Ghana Water from Patchaway, Modia. Why? Akismi said, I believe the USAID shutdown is a wake-up call. The Trump administration's policies, including the expanded global gag rule, have had far-reaching consequences on global health initiatives, particularly those focused on sexual and reproductive health and rights. I think they highlight the need for sustained bipartisan support and careful consideration of the long-term effect of such decisions. It's crucial we prioritize the well-being and health of vulnerable populations worldwide. Okay. Osu James says, hope is coming. Piaga says, Mr. Mahama, please, I'm waiting for my nkoko nkete. You sure do good, say MPP. Ghanaians, MPP want to do all they can to make NDC fail, but they cannot by the grace of God. Whoever want good things for Ghana and Ghanaians, may God help them. Okay. All right. Mami fancy and I'm in corner, but me baby din kind of honorable public sector. NAMD in sense my better guy.
When you are medase, I'm say meti asan foforo no. Na me say bia nya no kre.
Okay.
Yes, it's a SIC. Omo managing director at the Assembly Court or the position or say a baby so say yeah different and yes I will share
on about your intro by infant to say subsequently why draw
and pennyful to know.
Yeah.
Why am I to know? I did really.
I know a big woman. Obiane salary 84,000 a month.
And we're practicing for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And the Onoan Casa Sona a person just so nim the oil. When you're back to the question, who said Companies Act 2019 Act 992. Lawyer Mona, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna be too much HMU. Now, ohun say esenka a follows our procedure no. Yeah. Say obi entro charges against her. No fan command the board of directors. Na omonfre annual general meeting. Na yemfre shareholders. Na yemman the opportunity to be heard. Lawyer, right. Yes, to be heard. Until we are yes, okay, based on A, B, C, D, and until yaje otumi no
stated misconduct
a free on some. But you also say sa enseye no na opese enka yemfa mfa so no. Don't forget say in finfi ho baby obeka say sa annual general conference no eno and approve the nomination from the president. Yeah. But so read the appointment letter now. It was stated clearly. I say President His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo nominating yes 18th December 2023. Or stated in the letter as an appointment take effect from 1st January 2024. Okay. It was stated in the appointment letter. It is an president and the approval of the board. Nese board ninya en constitute sa annual general meeting na. Eba ne say na president estate ese the nomination no commence from the 1st of January 2024. And you see there are some processes. Well, and mind you, the government of Ghana on the biggest or the highest shareholder of SIC sanity enunti sa nomination ene ma yenko court na yenko nkokonto kwa me tie se wa withdraw no na eyemede because sa court in same way ena ko fa nema bebrebe aba e bia na nke hu hia se nke be den enka ebeba dodo na omunye hu se aban na sesa no a no master tie den e pake omunema no mo be bia betimi
even if we are good
afa
even if you are good you are the best still our balance and also
no but who say on my way mu you practice all inclusive governance you know you practice and he say wa ban no e kwa e say also ko on your man appointment letter e say onko SIC no sa processes no person no de ne fam no sa no de predecessor ne fam ana no say okay kan letter no President SSTT Nana Asante Bedi Atu then presidential secretary to the president or state say Mamina Obano Omumano all the necessary support na on the first day of January no ontimi and start na juma na onye yan state mu say yen go through that process na wo no de okotu ni yanfa sa amano a wo de opese yemfa sa amounti some of us yet say ono ankasa wasa atwe asem no ede assign no na it was okay because for her and her political career honorable Jenny Mbuati could do honum no what meeting of friend wamba
and okay so it means that
for her na politician
the removal
say obi a man political appointment bi asa na eye hu no
okay and the removal is based on the facts that by assassin also na assassin it's not because of competence or otherwise
oh no there are common law lawyer hobit ma chechiri mu dia ka fa mo practice ana lawyer me boa mo practice and men twen in fact unim nipa dodo no a mo pese on their CV enni so say ye na di o e won e also say ono ankasa na ye den e resign here okay enti omo ye adwuma weyi omunim se de adwuma no etie no se time ne so ya no ankasa resign ye metumi am loads of examples abane sesa ya no ankasa so ya den na wa resign enti as I said me de say ono ankasa watimi I withdraw case no se de be ya enkofa ensem bebrebe emfa ma because they are all penal enya dia obinya.
But must we continue paying MDs huge salaries way? When more Marcelo, some are taking 5,000 there a month.
Who say minim salary structure hunim there. And so I wouldn't want to go deep into it. However, the amount of kasa na nkofo complaining and say na amene o kasa yi ye wo akrachefo bibrebe etitifie a omu ne adwuma ye yankofo bi tifie a okura so kan 3,500 o ko so dodo you be on mo ye adwuma sese ya bosomi so mo 500 cedis omo di 1,000 cedis bosomi bia o hwe bi nipa ne te na hwe bi a oye adwuma na hwe ka obefro di obedi odi akọ adwuma de aba enye de odi be hwe ne ho na busua ho bubisa ho senti oye den and otimi sustaining ne ho throughout the month afei obi ono so tifia onya adwuma ne bi nye kra no say eh na he dey say sika kesi we emani pe ba ko a at least chechemu a ebetimi the average mind ebetimi I employ nipa bi abed dey say 20 or 30 o and dey ma nipa ba ko enti say bre bi aso ese mpanyifo hwe salaries ene ehon allowances ene ehon nema bi aka na yetimi katekate na yede boa enkofo bi mu a omoso omunyanya bibia nye anase omo adwuma omo ye no salary omo je no it's nothing to write home about. I think say enye adebone na lawyer ka say yenye de MPB ka kire me call parliament MPB ka kire me say ada ibetua ne ka no yetua ne ka na cause statutory constituency honorable say o ka say bosom yeso a
o do salary we am here welfare
o ka say bosom yeso a say bosom yeso na no bi frɛ me say honorable ka say bosom yeso ya me frɛ o enti bosom no so eso yen mama days bia ba be ka ho enti me frɛ o bi say abetomu a
oh now so we fresh so mo home
say
honorable board to anu anka say omo mani honeymoon.
The point is this. We are ready to serve. Enye ne mani nyina na obehia wankasa osika na odi aye.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
There are enema bebrebe ho no mo a me most of my constituents so mo frɛ a eya na dodo na enye and ade a odi usika na ebeba beye the basic challenges are na omuwu mu a omusu se wabai obetima hwe no ayesa na one doc kasa from US no on say o screen so na mo di weighing scale hange dan bi no bi di hange edua so yes over my constituency there are these challenges I last Monday kra no me BA CWC Child Welfare Center bako edema constituency committee tinye ba bia na always for sika bra ne ba be but me de ma no si de me can say said the enema no aye ene said the ababonten amankofo bi ehu e de adwembone kweba system no and so I think say if there is a need for sanema will be to be looked at why not we all support
because what is almost obiaba be kase last year krano omobo besia and omotua dividend in 2023
you see
SIC
yes.
You know so now
quick one say SIC na nkasa no listed public limited liability company almost over 14,000 shareholders but government na the largest shareholder with 40% interest.
All the Smiths can is above 50.
Exactly. You know, let's manage it well. Technically, the president and should they need the authority say or be arbitrary really to sack the woman. It should go through the process. That's why I said say by right the woman ought to know say the office now political connotations in it. But you see, there are so many agencies I mean by now I'm expecting say Nkomonso resign. It's a Minerals Commission.
Okay.
Because I hear say there are a lot of tensions brewing. Nkofobi person me demonstrations now there and I'm even surprised.
The Minerals Commission or rise it from the ranks.
And no, but it's still a political appointment.
Okay.
A political appointment. I'm expecting say he also resigns and make room for new people.
03022111701 03022111701 one obetumi adana no aye no 2 and 3 into free na any enkomo ewo eye Nnawotwe Yi so na ye kan say no Facebook we say Osu James say good morning. I'm called James. I'm watching from Ahafo. So I'm proud of Honorable Asiedu. He should keep on doing the good work. Okay. I know with God all things are possible. Or they are also kama. Or say Honorable Charles, it is my wish that you can stay more than 30 years. Hey. Okay. Medasi. Mensa Majid say, I'm from Bechem. Honorable Charles Akwesi Asiedu is indeed a great politician. Tano South will forever vote for him. We cannot boast of having an MP in Tano South. Keep on making us proud. Honorable Asiedu is indeed a great politician. Tano South electorate will forever vote for him. We cannot boast of. Okay, yo, Mate, make a point. You know, so as a okay, I think Honorable Charles Asiedu, you're doing a great job. We are proud of you, Adams, Ishao, and Eddie Way, Eddie Baye. I kiss me say I strongly condemn the recent disturbances in Ghana's parliament, particularly the actions of the minority. As representative of the people, MP should engage in constructive debate and respect dialogue, not physical altercations. Okay. Engineer, me sure say engineer Efrefi Agran Kwanta. Engineer said the more dia, Kedia.
Oh, yeah, I remember them, but answer there.
I'm more than na agronda near Hunter was Bokode.
Oh, Alabama and Yamamuko Kwayana Salake, or Yamam baby school for this to catch and better so I saw the David Shanfa.
Okay.
I'm better so I'm better young that Mamma Badia and Quanta Hospital. Mamuko Chetimin, Yamuka, the Noli and the company or Mamuka Mukachian, but then a call and start into I remember there of a kind of academy seat up and Muchama Samoda. No one, the one never put on a wajid in power, motor transcend there. Yamba, Wama, Niyama Quina, Wama, yet a judgment Yawana, the King Rakodo.
Okay, all right.
Monoka Yamam made the school for this Waba Kansa Hanta West, and the player Monoka Lutuan Hanta Saba, Dua, and Hanta West over Fanatuma, you find a Hanta West Aquim. Then who was what to touch a man, I didn't know. Yamam cook what this or Beno. You was on the minister, because I'm not there. Yakopo, I don't want to be here to come by this year and the day. Yamama started on first 100 West. Okay. Hanta West.
Engineer, and all day a Hunter West is an other band engineer. Yeah, that's Papa, you chill be also a Hunter West Ocean. Abbas, good morning. Over one minute.
Me fuck we I call here chair me one about chat I said.
Okay.
Oh, me say okay my thing.
Okay.
And so since we started crowd by president and yeah one. Eh one so we to yeah my partner and so my hafu. And so limon to so on employment that we hold so.
Abbas line no NM1 no Abbas HR honorable also bet me a friend 0302211701 0302211702 Sammy me match you
yeah minya
mami tewe
minya me teacher ni na me share o program yi na health net boss no sika mo chire dia ene ebi bregu pa nipa ba ko fo sika no ko age no o man baby SIC boss mboni na MP minister and o man yare me am that
well namesake well sika na ye really on air Adom screen so no be won say but me be basic 70,000 gross basic salary 70,000 Ghana cedis into better take ne senate ade afim na abeka ne net no wo ho akis me bibia bako mami tewe
oba nyakopon se papa no nka opa na adwuma agba Ghana man se hwe kwa man oba na dia dipa na MPP for minority omogino parliament wo oba ma pra na Ghana for se musuban ye musise enye ye nto abama NDC for oh muni mama moni so on betina ti semra ana Ghana for wa tomo say now tell ye draw mo say both majority ni minority ni na omun sunya di papa bi emfa ma Ghana for net to abama mo say omun ko print to omra ya to abama mo say omun fa parliament ko ye boxing ring ba mo ko to kwa no pa ne wia akit me ni ma crowd
akis me medase also bet me a friend na ye no wedding komo e wa 0302211701 ebi arisha from Takrade ana second year betum sa friend in wedding komo Boating, good morning.
Good morning
Mami te offer
yeah because every day I'm accountable town of constituency deputy communications officer.
Okay.
Yeah, me MP abaso the neighbor no
okay
you want abaso the medino na the mechanic say SIC bossy onke hu say e aban na appoint you
and I ban so one year home. When you want to see a 2 or 4 months, Omuadia, or watching a Ghana for 3 Monko Tranche. If they better than can temper or resign in Yanum Binoya, or Moho Asino, but the Oye, the Chuma Mincho debate. About a Ghana for my brand, this one will not to solve about so. Never fast my bone, Jebet say. The Ghana Wajin in idea and can be walk on Taiwan, Kachana Wajina Oko. Yo, this year, could be neither on a chain for 32 years at Chino. I wasn't so about PBU. Mobile woman, my one year to the end of
Martinemo, we know is a listed company in Tiano, and Yadia, I was a party supporter, sorry, so Kohoso Kutuno. Again, it's not even right, say, Obesoriako, any other organization, say, Ukutubi. Leave it to that point. Now on disappoint you more. And yes, I sorry, say I could be from an office. Alright, Joseph Donko, Michao, Bibia Bokwa.
Konya Boko,
Masum Huye Papa. I ain't for a free number Minteo.
Mpacho me free a confi.
Okay, a confi yo, Maminteo.
Mpacho, Mamina Sembi, I think that their profession sometimes they deserve it. Meka say sometimes they deserve it, but sometimes political anything sometimes ever. But no crass say nyama we are young kataso kakra. We are growing in our politics. In the do the boy, young fast anyome and two baby kakra. Ne young create any ebe kama na ye. Nemo adiba konso hiyami amede to Adom for him say Central Region for the past 4 months in summa.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Medase, Osai Kwame Ejenim Boateng on Facebook said, my name is Boateng, watching from Dwyer on Quanta. Congrats to Honorable MP. Kojo Pan-African say Honorable Charles is doing a great job. God bless him. Okay, Medase, just 30 seconds each. Now I'm going to wrap up. Honorable, yeah.
I'm saying the meeting a chat to I'm Fanco Parliament. It can best Ghana for the see, in fact, and try
okay.
And your best Ghana for say, okay.
All right,
you believe it's a idea, a baby to me. SCB, no, master the minority in Parliament. I say, Mumma in Emfa, in political colors and Anton Chain, Nayan some of my God.
We may 10 seconds because your time.
Yeah, my person is a MP's number 1. They are there to represent the nation in Tino. To the national interest. Now, Osha fans are honorable from the constituency. Now, by entering and you honorable because he's a very young bad.
Thank you very much, sir. Osha, Nnawotwe Yi, Sunyami Adoma, Yebesai, Eshia, Nnawotwe Yi, and your friend Samuel Brace on behalf of the team. Banasco, good morning to you. Yami Adoma, Nnawotwe Yi.